Hey and welcome to another Ninjabill reviews, and this is going to be my look at the Transformers Netflix War for Cybertron Trilogy Deluxe Autobot Elita 1. And I like this gal, I do. This alt mode, I got a strong feeling that she is not going to be displayed by a lot of people in her alt mode. I think it's the weakest of the two modes, and we'll get around to that as we go along. And I'm not going to show off the box or all that other stuff. It's not worth it. This is going to be hopefully a quick review. I like this look. I do. I think it's a sleek alt mode. It looks very much like, RC, because it's, it's based on the RC mold. Unfortunately, I don't have the RC as of this review, but thanks to a good friend of the channel, TransAaron38, he is sending me an RC since I had to cancel my own pre-order. Look, when I pre-order from somewhere, I don't expect to wait an additional 3 months. I don't expect an email saying that my pre-order isn't coming in until March of 2021, when I was one of the first of like 1,000 people to make my pre-order for an RC. Now, that makes me moving on. So I like this alt mode, and we'll take a quick look around it. And I've got her weapon up there for right now. We'll go ahead and take that off, and this thing falls off at the drop of the hat. I'm going to have to end up gluing that because it falls off a lot. Anyway, this is it. Got some white up here. Nice Autobot symbol. It's a tampograph white on that red plastic. Got some white painted on there and there. Not much paint on this gal. Got some gray right there. These are, of course, get this out of the way here. You've got ports for, blast effect ports. You can stick that on there, or you can stick them back here. Hey, have fun with it. You can do that sort of thing if you wish. But those are up here are additionally used for the robot mode, for the surfboard. And this is it. Now, what I'd like to do is, since this comes off so dang easily and falls off all the time, I think it would look good with a bit more white. I'd kind of like to add some gunmetal gray effects right there in those vents. And then what I'd like to do, since this has this molded detail right here, and you can see those panel lines that follow all the way around on the back, you see that? I would like to add white right there and then across back here. Or maybe just that white back there. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. But I think it does need more color. And I think a nice white stripe to follow this suit on that right down the back there. And it's, like I said, maybe across in that panel lining back there. I think that would look pretty good. Again, let me know down in the comments. I think it's pretty cool. I do like this toy. I do. I really do. I have some issues with it. But we'll get there. Now, I do have this Miss transformed. You can store her weapon, her rifle, her pistol, right there in that slot, right like that. You can store it in there if you wish, but I don't think it looks very good. And you can finagle things around in here so it all works like that. But honestly, I don't think that looks very good. Now, maybe if I painted this pistol to match this color, that would be okay, I guess. But again, I have it mistransformed anyway because I like the arms up here better than just sitting back in here. I think it fills in that a little bit better in the front. And, and it rolls, I guess. These wheels up here don't spin very well. Even if the arms weren't in the way, they don't spin very freely. So, it doesn't really matter. Again, I just think that looks better. It's not like I'm going to go rolling it around anyway. But I do think that looks better. It fills it in a bit better. And I wish these, but because of the way these thighs are molded, I wish these could fold up in more up there. Doesn't really work though. I've tried to get, I took this part off and folded those up and tried to put this back on. It doesn't work very well. And over here you can see it's already stressing this where it doesn't like to sit in. But at any rate, got some nice molded detail inside that passenger and driver compartment there. Painted seats there. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and for a quick comparison, we'll put that right back in there. Set her over there. We'll take a look at this pistol too. I don't care for this clear plastic. I know I'm complaining a lot so far, but I don't like clear plastic weapons. I never have. My biggest complaint about the Energon line, they had those clear colored plastic weapons, and I didn't like them then. I don't like them now. But it's a nice looking pistol. Got some nice molded details on it if you really look at it. Ooh, too close, but yeah. Got some nice molded details in there, and you can stick a blast effect on there if you wish. You can, you know, stick this on here and have that going on for you if you want. You can do that. So really, it's pretty cool. But anyway, we'll get this ready for comparison. Pop that back in there, and you can have that on either side via that tab that's on the side of the weapon there, and those slots right there. And you can have that going on if you want. But anyway, we'll put her right there. And for a quick comparison, here it is with Off-Road Bumblebee, who I've yet to review, but I'm getting there. So, just a quick comparison. Nothing really, you know, fancy schmancy, and really this is only the second Elita 1 figure I have. I have the Power of the Primes version. You'll see that in the robot mode. I didn't bother to... I had it combined, and so, you know, I only got it this far, so I'll use it for the robot mode comparisons. Anyway, get that out of there. And transform it is really simple. I'm going to take this off, and you'll see that front piece there. We'll leave that there alone for a minute. Going to come over here to the side. Go ahead, and there's this piece. Oh, wait, I'm messing it all up. I'm going to go ahead and take that off because it will fly off. I'm going to go ahead and pull up on this section here and get it all unlocked. There we go. Get that all unlocked. Go ahead and fold out those feet. Now, this is not the official transformation. This is just the way I'm doing it. So, you know, hey, there we go. Get that pulled up. There is this thing right here. What you do is you press right in there. Let me zoom in on that. I said zoom in. There you go. You press in on that to release this section, and it will pull out. It will. Honest, it will. Come on. Pull out. Pull out. Helps if you have fingernails. There's that side. There's that side. And it comes right out. And you have this. Take that off. Go ahead. Take those thighs. Turn them around. They're on a mushroom peg, and you can see molded detail there on the thighs, and you can tell where it's supposed to go by matching up that molded detail, like so. Get it right. Boom. Same on this side. Turn that around. So that molded detail on each side matches up. And we'll zoom out of our crotch there, because we don't want to be looking at no ladies' crotches on this channel. That wouldn't be very nice. And as you can see, it's when you match up that molded detail, it kind of has her standing weird. Kind of has her standing weird. So you got to turn these thighs too, these upper thighs, to match. And there you go. Boom, has a more natural looking stance like that. Then what you're going to want to do is, since I have the hands up there, you want to fold those down. Fold out the hands or arms and then hands. I'm going to go ahead and turn this head around. I had to force that head. We'll talk about that in a minute. Then what you're going to want to do on this joint that's right there. We'll see that joint right there. Boom. Go ahead and fold that back. Go ahead and fold on that secondary joint in there like this. Fold these panels in. You have to make sure to clear those shoulders and then fold it down on both of those joints like that. Fold this piece in like that, and there you have her in her robot mode. We'll clean her up, and she looks pretty good. I do. I like her. I like her a lot. Now, the reason why her head is like that is and you'll have to listen carefully. I'll zoom in, and hopefully you can hear this. I had to force this head because it wouldn't move at all. It was permanently like this. Hear that thoop? Yeah, there's something inside. And the problem lies in the head itself. There's no screw or anything, and I think that's a ball joint in there. I'm almost positive. It looks like a mushroom peg, but at first, but no, I think that is a ball joint in there, and I think there's some flashing or something on it. The problem is I'm going to have to probably pry this head apart to fix it, because otherwise I can't. I have to force her head, and because of that, it also affects a bit of the articulation. So we'll get into that articulation after we take a look around her. That's pretty cool, and once again, you can store that weapon up there, or you can store it right there, or via that tab right there on the rear side of her. I ain't gonna say what it is, but that tab there, that slot there, you can store that weapon right there on her gluteus maximus there. On her butt. There, I said it. You happy? Are you happy? I talked about her butt. Anyway, there it is. She's got this this is probably the thing that annoys me most. Why have a giant hole in her abdomen? It's got some molded detail, as you can see in there, but how much money, Hasbro, are you really saving by doing that? Really, how much money are you I'd like to know how much money. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Looks pretty good. All things considered. Red on that white paint there. I would have liked to see, I love those blue eyes with sort of the black liner. Slight pink lips on that face. Painted face. I would have liked to see blue in that right there. In that head crest. Got some molded detail through there. Through there. Some white on those thighs. I would have liked this to have been red like it shows in the box. And this be that tan creamish color with these red panels here. But you know, I may color match that myself with paint. I don't know yet. Overall looks pretty good. For articulation, once again I had to force that head, so it does go all the way around. Can't really look up because of whatever is in there. See that? Doesn't really stay up. Does get a bit of down. Arms cannot go all the way around because of this back here, but it could if it wasn't there. It's on this pin joint, sort of a universal, acting sort of like a universal. Got a bicep on that mushroom peg there. That pin joint for the elbow gives you more than 90 degrees, which is fine. Pin joint there on that wrist, which allows some in. You do have a upper waist swivel going on up there, more like an abdomen swivel. Again, these thighs can rotate, but there's not much out. Because of the way they're designed, you don't really get a lot of out, as you can see. That's kind of disappointing, and that really limits the articulation on this going that way anyway. And there's no real way you can turn this to solve that problem either. It's just, it's a flaw in the design, and you know, it is what it is. But you do get more rotation here if you need it. Have double jointed knee. You have a slight bit of up on that toe, a lot of back, and you do have a rocker on that. So that's all good. That's all good. And once again, you can take this weapon here and plug it into her hand, and then she can, you know, blast the Decepticons to smithereens. Doesn't sit in. This hand is looser than the other one, but you know, it can sit in there. You can do that if you wish. So, but it doesn't really. They sort of almost have a trigger finger thing going on there. You can see that almost, but because it goes all, you know how it molded it like it is, it doesn't really work all that well. As you can see, it doesn't really work all that well. So, I mean, it's okay. It's okay. You can, if you want, take the old Power of the Primes Elita 1 weapons if you wanted, and you know, and stick. I hit the camera. Stick them in there. Hey, you got that going on. If you want to armor up with those, and if you really felt like being silly, you know, you could always bring in the Power of the Primes version again, you know, and will it fit? Will it fit? Will it fit? No. No. it doesn't fit. Doesn't fit. Oh well. Haha. Put that back off to the side. And yeah, so there she is, and she's a pretty cool little bot. She is a pretty cool little bot. I do like her. I like her robot mode so much better than I like her alt mode. Her alt mode is just boring, okay? It's straight up boring. But anyway, we're going to do a quick comparison here. I'll raise up the camera preemptively, and we will set her off over there. And we will bring in the Power of the Primes Elita 1, which is a remold, retool, and recolor of the Power of the Prime Starscream. And there you go. That's a pretty good comparison. Actually, I like that head better, and I'll tell you why. We'll zoom in real quick. That is more of the G1 cartoon look head right there. That looked great. I like that head sculpt a lot better than I like the Netflix one. However, the Netflix one here is based on the next Netflix show, so this works, okay? This really does work. It looks the part. So I'm happy that. I wish that, again, this head is the same way. It is, I'd have to split it with a knife to get it off of that mushroom peg or ball joint or whatever that is there. I think it's a mushroom peg. Looks like a mushroom peg anyway. I'd have to split this head off, chance breaking it, to put it onto this one. Even though I like this face sculpt better than I like the helmet design here, the face sculpt here. I mean, I think it's better. That's entirely up to you how you see it, but there is a comparison of the two faces. I like the head sculpt on the Power of the Primes better, but I like the face sculpt on the Netflix one more. So, yeah. Even though they kind of look the same, they're not the same. So you can see why I like the face here better than the face there, but I like the helmet better on the Power of the Prime. So anyway, getting off topic, and I really do like this gal. I do. I think she's worth picking up. If you see these Netflix figures, you know, pick up this Elita 1. I think she's a much better representation than the Power of the Primes version, and she'll fit in with your Siege and your Earthrise lines and your whatever line. I think just fine. It really is. Now, with this thing, real quick, what you can do is it can turn into that surfboard thing, and again, this antenna likes to just keep falling off, so, you know, during this review I kept it off, but basically you use this peg and this pegs on the bottom of her feet, or the ports there and there, to attach it, and she can ride it around. I don't dig it. I don't. What I like to do with this is, I hate doing this. I hate doing this because it makes an awful sound. By the way, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to turn these inward. This is supposed to go like this. This is supposed to go like this. Turn that inward, and then what you do via that tab, that slot, give her an even larger backpack for some strange reason. Because, hey, why not? Now she has an even larger backpack. That looks ridiculous. Why would you want to give her a bigger... I mean, sure, it's storage, and, you know, we love storage, okay? That's great. I dig accessory storage and all, but that's ridiculous. So, what I like to do with this thing is how she is going to be on my shelf is this. I use this as a riot shield, and what I do is I go ahead and pull this out all the way on that, set it just like this so it's nice and straight. Go ahead, and I hate this part because it always feels like I'm gonna break it. See what I mean? I like to pull these out to the side just like in her hovercraft mode, except, you know, not, and set that up as a riot shield, because I think that makes much more sense as a riot shield than anything else. I think it works a lot better as a riot shield per se than anything else. Let me get this in there. Get her posed a bit here, you know, you know, so she's ducking behind it, and you know, they're taking, you know, sort of like in the beginning of the video, you saw that shot where she's sort of like this shooting over the riot shield, and I think it looks better, and I think I'm gonna have her that way on my shelf. Anyway, this has been my look at Transformers, War for Cybertron Trilogy, Netflix, Deluxe Class, Autobot, Elita 1, and I think she's worth picking up. So, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you've not already. Check out all my videos, and above everything else, please, people, I normally try to keep this subject off my channel, but please take what's happening very seriously. It's affected my family. It's affected some of my... I've lost some friends over it. Please take what's happening very seriously. You know, be kind, stay healthy, stay safe, and above everything else, be good to each other.